In this lecture, we will discuss pressure-regulated volume-controlled mode of ventilation. Pressure-regulated volume-controlled mode, or PRVC, is a form of adaptive control ventilation. It uses automatic adjustment of pressure over several breaths to maintain a selected volume target. This mode of ventilation comes under different brand names. PRVC as in Mackay or Viasys, adaptive pressure ventilation in Hamilton, autoflow in Draeger, and many others as variable pressure control and volume control plus. To recap the basics, we know that in a pressure controlled breath, the ventilator controls pressure delivered during the gas delivery. Here, the pressure remains constant and the flow is variable. In volume control mode of ventilation, the ventilator controls the flow delivered during the gas delivery. Here, the flow remains constant and pressure remains variable. There are advantages and disadvantages of these two types of breaths. A pressure controlled breath will deliver a stable pressure, however, the tidal volume delivered will be variable. Hence, the flow varies with demand, which matches the normal situation, and there is better synchrony, however, there is a potential for hypoventilation. A volume control mode of ventilation tends to deliver stable tidal volume with stable minute ventilation. However, the peak pressures delivered will be variable, thus leading on to significant asynchrony and potential for biotrauma. PRVC combines the advantages of both the modes where benefits of variable flow from pressure control and guaranteed minute ventilation of volume control are possible. PRVC is a servo-controlled closed-loop system. It has a combination of both modes, hence also described as a dual mode or a hybrid mode. It behaves like a pressure control mode of ventilation but with guaranteed tidal volume. The set volume is achieved through changes in pressure. PRVC works by a feedback mechanism on a breath-to-breath basis based on changes in compliance and resistance of the respiratory system. The feedback obtained from the patient helps in modifying or adapting the ventilatory support provided to the patient. The respiratory mechanics are constantly monitored and a feedback is provided to the ventilator simultaneously. This facilitates modification of pressure support during the next breath cycle. At the time of initiation, depending on the brand, the first breath delivered could be a volume control or it could be a pressure control breath. In case of a volume controlled breath, during delivery of the first breath, the machine calculates the plateau pressure and compares it with the tidal volume. In the next breath, the flow waveform changes to a pressure controlled breath, and there is a sequential increase in the pressure in order to achieve the set tidal volume. In a setting where the first breath is pressure controlled, a minimal amount of pressure controlled breath, say 5 to 10 centimeters of water above the PEEP, is delivered, then the machine calculates the compliance and the resistance of the system. Once this is obtained, the pressure is sequentially increased in order to achieve the tidal volume. Thus, in PRVC mode, a test breath is delivered which could be volume control or pressure control. The microprocessor, which is similar to a mini respiratory therapist, then measures the tidal volume and the plateau pressure. It then compares it with the set tidal volume. If the set tidal volume is achieved, then the same inspiratory pressure is continued. There is a constant feedback mechanism which continuously measures the tidal volume and pressures in order to keep the tidal volume at the set level. In PRVC, the lowest possible inspiratory pressure that guarantee the tidal volume is used. Increments or decrements in pressure is usually done in steps of 3 cm of water in order to avoid major swings in pressure. The maximum inspiratory pressure that can be delivered is usually 5 cm below the set pressure alarm limit. This acts as a safety mechanism in order to avoid barotrauma. This can be appreciated in the following scalas, where once the PRVC mode is initiated, the machine tries to achieve the set tidal volume. If the tidal volume cannot be achieved despite high pressures, the pressure never exceeds 5 centimeters beyond the set maximum inspiratory pressure limit. The initial settings to begin a PRVC mode includes a volume target of 6 to 8 ml per kg of predicted body weight, respiratory rate of 10 to 30 breaths per minute. The upper pressure alarm limit is usually set around 30 to 35 centimeters of water. PEEP, based on the lung condition, can be initiated from 5 to 12 centimeters of water. The IE ratio is usually kept at 1:2 and the FiO2 can vary from 21 to 100% of it. This mode is quite useful when there is significant variation in time constant of the respiratory system. In conditions where there is a decreased compliance or increased resistance, as shown in the example, the ventilator tries to compensate by increasing the pressure sequentially in order to achieve the set tidal volume. Similarly, in conditions where the compliance is increased or resistance is decreased, the machine gradually lowers the set pressure limit in order to bring back the tidal volume to the set tidal volume. Thus, the advantages of this mode include a tidal volume guarantee, a decelerating flow pattern which is more physiological and comfortable, and variation in compliance and resistance which can be easily adjustable on a breath-to-breath basis. Having discussed the advantages, this mode needs to be used cautiously in a certain group of patients. The awake and non-sedated patients may not tolerate this mode of ventilation, and in fact it may cause or worsen auto-PEEP. Those patients who have vigorous inspiratory drive such as a painful medical condition, anxiety and acidotic states, the increased inspiratory drive in these patients may be understood by the targeting schema as high tidal volumes, and sequentially the delivered pressure gets reduced. This in fact increases the work of breathing as enough pressure support is not provided by the ventilator. The other conditions include obstructive airway conditions like a tube block, where sudden increase in airway resistance may not be recognized by this mode and increased pressures are delivered. Similarly, in major air leaks, this mode of ventilation need to be used with caution. Let us try to understand the example of high inspiratory effort. In an acidotic patient such as those with DKA, in the presence of high inspiratory effort, the targeting schema finds that the tidal volume achieved is above the set tidal volume. In such cases, we see that the pressure gradually falls over a period of time and delivers an inadequate pressure that is required for the patient's need. Thus, this leads on to an increase in work of breathing, which can be counterproductive. In summary, PRVC is a hybrid mode of ventilation with advantages of pressure control and volume control. It provides lower peak inspiratory pressures with a guaranteed tidal volume by closed loop regulation. However, caution has to be maintained in high flow demand situations, obstructive airways and large air leaks. If you like these videos, follow us at Little Criticos for more updates.